Once upon a time, in a cozy little town, there lived a girl named Emma. Emma was full of imagination and loved to dream about faraway places and exciting adventures. But there was one thing she didn't like: bedtime. To Emma, going to bed meant the end of all the fun. One rainy evening, after a particularly long day of playing in the puddles, Emma's mother called her to bed earlier than usual. "Time to sleep, Emma. You have a big day tomorrow," her mother said, tucking her in. Emma sighed, pulling the covers over her head. "I wish bedtime wasn't so boring," she thought to herself. Just as she was about to close her eyes, something strange happened. Her bed gave a little shudder. And then, it started to rise. Emma peeked out from under the covers, her eyes wide with surprise. The bed gently floated into the air and began to glow with a soft, warm light. "Hello, Emma," a friendly voice said. Emma looked around, trying to figure out where the voice was coming from. Then she realized, it was the bed. Who are you?" Emma asked, her voice trembling with excitement. "I'm your bed, of course." The bed replied with a chuckle. "But I'm not just any bed. I'm an enchanted bed, and I can take you anywhere your heart desires. Where would you like to go?" Emma could hardly believe it. A magical bed that could take her anywhere? This was the best bedtime ever. "I've always wanted to visit the land of candy," Emma said eagerly. "With lollipop trees and rivers of chocolate." "Hold on tight," the bed said, and with a gentle swoosh, they were off. The bed flew out of the window, high above the rooftops and into the starry night sky. Emma watched in awe as they traveled through fluffy clouds and over sparkling lakes. Before long, they descended into a world that looked like it came straight out of a fairy tale. They had arrived in the land of candy. The ground was covered in marshmallow grass, and there were candy cane streetlights lining the roads. In the distance, Emma could see trees with branches full of lollipops, and a river that sparkled like liquid chocolate flowed gently through the land. Emma jumped off the bed and ran toward the lollipop trees. She picked a bright red one and took a big lick. It was the sweetest, most delicious lollipop she had ever tasted. "Wow! This place is amazing!" Emma exclaimed, twirling around in delight. But the adventure didn't stop there. Emma and her magical bed visited all sorts of fantastic places. They soared over rainbow-colored mountains, splashed in crystal-clear lakes with friendly dolphins, and even had a picnic on a cloud with talking birds who sang the most beautiful songs. Each night, Emma's bed would take her on a new adventure. They visited enchanted forests where trees told stories, a city made entirely of ice cream, and even outer space, where Emma danced among the stars. But as wonderful as these adventures were, Emma noticed something special. No matter where they went or what they did, her magical bed always brought her back home, safe and sound, just in time for morning. One night, after an exciting day of exploring an underwater kingdom with glittering fish and coral castles, the bed gently floated back into Emma's room. As it settled back onto the floor, Emma yawned and snuggled into her pillow. "Thank you for all the adventures," Emma whispered, feeling happy and content. "You're welcome, Emma," the bed replied softly. "Remember, the magic is always here, as long as you believe." From that night on, Emma never dreaded bedtime again. She knew that each night held the promise of a new adventure, and she couldn't wait to see where her magical bed would take her next. And so, Emma drifted off to sleep with a smile on her face, knowing that the best dreams happen when you're tucked in tight on an enchanted bed.